You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want to bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey! Welcome to the hood table, everybody. Welcome to the hood table. One more again. As usual, the hood table and the hood table nation members. Make sure you like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the hood table if you're not already subscribed. And also, you can follow us on Twitter, IG, Facebook, and on our website, where you can also receive our monthly newsletters at thehoodtable.com. So I'm glad to see everyone today, and I hope you enjoy this review. I also hope that everybody is already caught up with Sistas, the TV show by Tyler Perry. And as usual, let me know what you thought about the episode, about the different characters, the different storylines. Make sure you put your comments in the comment section underneath the video. Now, let's get right into this review, y'all. This is season 2, episode 3, and it's called It's All About Pacing. So at the beginning of this episode of Sistas, we picked right back up where Zach and Aaron arrived at Sabrina's crib. And after giving Karen a change of clothing, so she can get out of those bloody clothes that she's been wearing all day that none of her homegirls seem to realize were bloody, Zach needed to get something off of his chest. Last episode we saw how frustrated he was while he was cleaning up the blood at Sabrina's house, and then in comes Aaron, and he had to ask Aaron for a ride over to Sabrina's to take Karen her clothes. So Zach is still in his fifis regarding him and Karen's relationship, or lack of a relationship, them still not being back together. And Aaron, still being in the picture only adds, to his frustration. So after taking a few digs at Aaron and his attires, he was basically clowning how he was dressed, his shoes and everything, a hater. But after he takes some digs at him, he storms off, tells Danny, come on, and him and Danny take off back to her crib. And then he also mentioned to Karen before they left, basically that he now knows, who is more important to her, or where he stands. Then once at Danny's house, him and Danny, they immediately set eyes on some rose petals. It's a romantic scene that Danny walks into. There's rose petals, strewn across her apartment, and that beautiful cowboy, Mr. Rodeo, is up there cooking something delicious for dinner. Somehow, the cowboy managed to get inside her house without a key. She's like, how did he get up in here? She says from the landlord. He says from the landlord. And I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive that it has something more to do with his good looks that swayed the landlord into allowing him into her apartment. Them looks will get you anywhere. That white boy is something kind of ooh. Anyway, and looking at Danny's face when they are, getting it on, he seems like he really knows what he's doing in the bedroom too. But anyway, Danny, she's confusing him all over again. At one moment she's like telling him, you're a bugaboo, quit calling me, you're calling me too much, quit texting, quit Skyping, quit emailing. And then the next minute, he's not giving her enough attention. A few episodes back, matter of fact, I think that was last season, she had started stalking him because of the fact that he wasn't giving her the time of day. So, now she's back to What are you doing here? Why are you in my house? Why are you cooking me dinner? Stuff like that. And Preston is about good and tired of all her rules. So he's like trying to put his foot down, saying, okay, we didn't play it your way. Now we're going to play it by my set of rules. In other words, AKA Danny, let that man be the man. Ain't you been single much too long, girl? Now, while conversating after dinner, Danny realizes, after she uses the N word when referring to Zach, that her new man's family is extremely racist. And that is true in a lot of cases when, have a white person dating a black person just because they might not be racist. You know how it is. Sometimes they family had they set in their ways from back in the day, from their ancestors and stuff. But anyway, for that reason, he informs her basically, you know, um, he don't like her using that word. Like he hasn't even told his family that he's dating a black woman, a black person. But regardless, he politely, tells her whether he can use the word or not. Could you please refrain from using that word? Because he hears that word tossed around, through his family, all the time, and they being racist. So just that word alone, puts him back in a bad place. Like he feels horrible that his family is racist. And then black people using that word doesn't really matter to him because he feels it is inappropriate, even if a black person is using that word, and even if they, or shall I say, we, in the word with a GA instead of a GER. So, even black people feel that way too. Guh means the same as girl. But anyway, I digress. Now, as far back as Karen, let's get back to Karen. I was wondering when exactly Karen would realize that Aaron be doing just a bit too much. If you ask me, he's doing a whole lot more than the cowboy was doing when Danny was trying to tell him you're being a bugaboo. Like Aaron and Karen, they still haven't really known each other that long, although a lot of chaos has been involved in their so-called relationship. Um, they really don't know each other, but he's constantly smothering her. And then he's coming to this relationship with all this extra baggage and all this extra drama. So she's telling him, "You are scaring me. Not only is you scaring me, but all this stuff that you bring into the table." She don't know if she's really ready for all that. Like her and Zach haven't been that far from breaking up, and they still got feelings for each other. They still love each other, as a matter of fact. So, not even taking all that in, what she was saying, he still responds with, "I just want to make love to you." And then he invites her to her hotel room. After hearing all that, Karen is like, "You know what, Aaron, I'll think about it. I'll think about it." Soon after Aaron leaves, the attorney from Andy's farm shows up. Obviously, at Fatima's insistence, he decided to at least listen to Andy's rendition of her sticky situation with Gary, see where she's coming from, see what happened, with her and how she got involved with Gary and try to, come to a conclusion. Did she know what all Gary was involved with? But after talking to her briefly, the lawyer recommends that she confronts her boss, Bellamy, who forced her to take the case. Now, remember, he forced her to take that case. Remember when she said it was basically like a, conflict of interest if she took that case, but still yet he forced her. Basically, he almost told her that her job would be in jeopardy if she didn't take the case. So, her scared of being fired, she went ahead and, reluctantly took the case. But if she can prove that he did in fact force her after she tried to, not take the case, then he could possibly be fired as well. Now, not only will he possibly be fired, but knowing that Sabrina could possibly get fired as well, Andy, she apologized to her, promises that she'll make everything all right. Finally, Andy, she seems to come to the understanding that she might have made some horrible choices. Now, I didn't mention time and time again how they make this brilliant, beautiful attorney just seems so naive and gullible and dumb. Like they be dumbing her down sometime. But it seems like she's coming to, understand I might have made some horrible choices. She's all full of emotions. And as Sabrina, am I being stupid? Am I stupid for the decisions that she's made? Sabrina could have said, "Yeah, homegirl, you being dumb as a box of rocks." But anyway, despite the results of Andy's actions, Sabrina, she doesn't condemn her. Instead, she encourages her. As a matter of fact, she suggests to Andy that it is possible that Gary could be telling the truth. Now, hearing that from her friend, she calls up Fatima and tells her to contact Leslie, the PI. Now, we ain't seen Leslie in a minute. As a matter of fact, we ain't seen Leslie since last season. So I wonder what Leslie is up to. And do y'all really trust Leslie? Like, for some reason, I don't know. I'm getting some weird vibes about her. At one point, it seemed like she was trying to help build a case against her. Then the next thing you know, she's trying to help her, build a case against her boyfriend. So I don't know what to think of Leslie right now. But hopefully next week, we'll have some more answers. But Fatima, she couldn't make that phone call to Leslie. Why not? Because she literally was running into Zach at the same time. And when I say running into Zach, not only has Zach been stabbed, but now he has been hit by a vehicle driven by Fatima. She is paying too much attention to that phone call and not to her driving. So she done hit Zach on his little bike. And coincidentally, her and Zach were headed to the same meeting, which I think it was learning how to flip houses or something to do with buying houses or something like that. But after the meeting, Zach gets a call from Pam, who incorrectly informs him that Karen is awaiting him at the hotel. Now, she just assumed that Karen was going to be at the hotel with Zach. After she saw that hotel room key, she just put two and two together. They must be getting back together. But why would she think that automatically? Karen, for one, has her own crib. Okay, Zach can go over her house at any time. But anyhow, along with Andy and Sabrina's job being in jeopardy, I can see Pam soon to be unemployed after her assumptions. Because instead of waiting for Zach to arrive at the hotel, Karen was rolling around in the bed with Aaron. So, to you guys, I have some questions. Number one, do you believe that Gary is telling the truth? Could Sabrina be right? Could he be telling the truth? Number two, do you think Karen and Aaron will consummate their relationship before Zach gets there? Number three, should Karen, should she give Zach another chance? Zach is so cute. He's trying his hardest to get back with her. Do y'all think she should give him another chance? And number four, do you feel as if Preston's family might be an issue for him and Danny? Let me know. Put your comments down in the comment section and any other thing you might have to say or any opinions about the storylines, the show, the characters. Let me know in the comment section. And again, don't forget, as usual, you guys, like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already. And also make sure you also follow us on Facebook, IG, Twitter, and thehoodtable.com. Thank you so much, everybody, and thanks again for tuning in to this review of Sistas Season 2, Episode 3. And the name of the show this time was called It's All About In the meantime and in between time, everybody, stay safe, be blessed. Happy holidays. I'm out.